cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds of sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, my friends. Welcome to Livestream number, is it 192 or did I not update that? Anyway, it's April 21st, 2025. I don't remember if it's 192 or 193. Anyway, it is, regardless, it's April 21st, 2025. What is with the Sybil Shepherd lens on here? There we go. Had a little smudge. Although it looked kind of good. It was like a little cheesecloth. Anyway, good to see you here this evening. Welcome to the live stream. If you're new to the live stream, if you're new to the channel, you know, we talk about tractors and outdoors, DIY, all that good stuff that you see rolling on the screen here. Tractors, attachments, life in the country, as I often say, the rural lifestyle. Some people call it homesteading. I don't like to call us homesteaders because, you know, we don't can vegetables and freeze vegetables and raise our own meat and things like that. But we live in the country and we have kind of a rural lifestyle. So that's what's on the channel. If you're new to the channel and this is your first live stream, please say hi in the live chat. It's an interactive live chat, so let us know that you're here and it's your first time on a live stream. And also let me know how you found the channel. Was it YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok? Then, of course, if you come back next week, I should be here. We should all be here from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We just do this for 1 hour and 1 hour only. So that way you can be on your way and do other things this evening. So I won't keep you too long. Tonight we're going to be just chatting, interactive live stream or live chat again. So if you have a question, post it in the live chat in this format, the word question followed by your question. And I'll try to answer your question, or folks in the live chat will answer it. And if you want to ask a question about the Kubota B2601 that I feature on the channel a lot, or other equipment, we've been running that Baumolite mini skid steer with the mulcher. Well, Anne's been running it. I hardly have any time on it. We've got like 14 hours on it, and most of them are hers. She loves that thing. So anyway, I wanted to kind of break it in and use it before I actually put a video out about it. I think that's the more fair evaluation for you to watch the video, knowing that I do have several hours on it, and we've been using it, like I said, quite a bit. We will be doing a sticker giveaway before the end of the evening, so you will be entering to win these stickers, the original MCG orange sticker, Tractors, Wood, Metal, Dirt, and the new caution: use of this machinery may be addictive. So, stay tuned for that. And of course, if you do click the thumbs up, I always appreciate that from wherever you are watching from. Let me look at some comments. I see a lot of people here tonight, a lot of comments. I'm going to scroll back just a little bit and answer a few questions or see a few comments. It looks like Bob was the first one here tonight. Thank you, Bob. Good evening to you, all the Monday nighters. We're back and excited for another evening together. And there's our friend Hunter. Happy Monday to you. Countdown to your birthday, right? May 4th, right? I think I'll remember that because I said it was the Star Wars birthday. Everybody knows Star Wars Day, May 4th, right? If you don't, it's... the running joke is, may the 4th be with you. That's funny. I like that. So welcome. Good to see you. Manisto Key. Don't tell me. Snowing again in Canada land? Come on. Make it stop already. Are you serious? It was a little bit chillier today, but I'm pretty sure, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm pretty sure we are not going to light the wood stove again. We didn't expect to light it a few weeks ago, and we went through, another bin, another tote of firewood, and actually went through almost all of the seasoned firewood that I have here. So the rest of the wood is for next year. Yes, I see that many of you saw my Facebook post and my recent short that I uploaded to YouTube. I also uploaded that same video to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But Linda was here today, and I walked out, and she's getting ready to capture this swarm. We've got the 3 beehives that she keeps here, and there was a swarm up on the oak limb. So I thought, well, let me whip out my iPhone. That was all shot with the iPhone. Very spontaneous, and it was very interesting as always. But I did get stung in my right temple. I noticed that my ear is hurting, so I guess I got stung on my ear and on the back of my left hand. But not bad. They were just, I don't know if there's a degree of a sting. Like if a bee will give you a little sting or a big sting, but I feel like these were little stings and not so bad. I came across a picture on my phone the other day from a couple of years ago. You might remember because I shared it on the live stream. I had gotten stung right under my nose, and my lip came out, and I looked like a alien creature, and it had gone down, luckily, by the time the live stream had come around, but it happened that afternoon. But it was funny because I just looked, well, I looked funny is what it was. So nothing swelled up today. Not bad that way. Chris from the Watershed Overlook, good to see you. Is Margaret here? Because she loves it when I speak to Chris in that Scottish accent, because that's where Chris comes from. Way back, generations ago, I guess. Woodster 300, good to see you. Mikey 0011. Tap that Sugar Shack, good to see you. And Daniel checking in from Massachusetts. Yes, Hunter, I'm really glad you're here. And Ross, yes, thank you. Happy Easter. Last live stream, we were getting ready for the Easter holiday. It was Passover season, and then Easter Sunday was coming up, which just happened yesterday. So for all of you who celebrated Easter, I hope you had a peaceful and joyful Easter. We sure did. The kids came over. Some of the kids, because they're not all around here, but kids came over. We had a nice little egg hunt with the grandbaby, one of them. And we had a brunch, and then Ann and I went over to a friend's house and had a nice sit-down Easter dinner with them. And what a great time that was. There's Ann now. Happy Monday, for sure. And Mimi's Bees is in the house, so make sure you watch that video featuring Linda from Mimi's Bees. And also, go to Facebook and click on Linda's link there. You can order, well, it won't be local to you. I was going to say you could order local honey, but it's local to where Mimi's Bees is, but not to you. But still, it's raw, natural, organic. I know you can't label something organic unless you go through a process to be officially declared organic, but it is organic. There's nothing added to it. It's not boiled or cooked or anything like that. It's good stuff. So, if you're interested, now Linda, I don't know what you have in stock, but if she has it, you can order Mimi's Honey and have it shipped directly to you. Thank you, Chris. This is live stream number 193. I forgot to update that on the opening. Appreciate that. My moderator extraordinaire, always checking on things for me. Speaking of Easter, of course, today is Easter Monday because yesterday was Easter. A few little fun facts, though, that I thought I'd share. Yes, we're into week 6 now. Since I came down with that terrible cold, started on a Friday like 5+ weeks ago. This is week 6. Much better. Still dry coughing. Annoying. It's just annoying. But anyway, a couple things. Today is April 21st, 2025. It is Big Word Day. I saw that online today. I'm not good at big words. I can't even think of a big word off the top of my head, but I do appreciate when people use big words. Nothing like a good vocabulary. It's also Bulldogs Are Beautiful Day. Now, here's what I think about this. Now, I love dogs, and one time years ago, a bulldog showed up at the house. I mean, he was this big bulldog. He was like panting, and I was drooling and everything. And I put some water out for him, and he sat under the tree for an hour. And I thought, I kind of like this dog. I got attached to him pretty quickly, and thought, well, if he sticks around, we'll see. And then, like in the next hour, he was gone, never to be seen again. So I don't know where he came from or whatever. But bulldogs are not, I don't think, the most attractive dogs. And I think the fact that they dedicate a day to calling bulldogs beautiful probably indicates that we all know that they're maybe not so beautiful. If you have a bulldog, don't be offended. I think it's all about the personality. But anyway, I just thought, why do we have a day saying bulldogs are beautiful? It's because people probably think they aren't. Don't know about that. You know what dog I always thought I wanted? Now, when we were at dinner last night, these folks had a golden doodle. Yeah, they were I don't know, golden doodle. They're big poodle doodle things. Really sweet, gentle dogs, nice size, and they don't shed. I mean, I guess everything has to shed somewhat, but no shedding like what we're used to. I like that. So anyway, I always thought I would like to have a greyhound, because what I read about greyhounds is that they don't shed, they are couch potatoes, they don't bark. I guess they chase things. If they see a squirrel, they're going to go for that. But I've heard they make great pets. But I have to say, I can't get past the fact that I don't find them attractive. I'm sure they're sweet as anything, and maybe it would grow on me. But you can adopt greyhounds, and I know people that have had them, and I never actually interacted with the greyhounds, so I don't know. But I always thought I'd like to have one, just because they say they don't bark and they don't shed. So I thought, well, those are the things that bother me most about Hachi and the other dogs, is the shedding and of course the barking. But the golden doodles were pretty cool. They do have to groom them 3 times a year, they said. Anyway, that's my take on dogs for tonight. It's also Keep Off the Grass Day, which is ironic because Anne was just outside mowing the grass, so she was on the grass. But Keep Off the Grass Day today. Surprise, too. Get ready for it. It's National Surprise Drug Test Day, which, again, if you label it National Surprise Drug Test Day, then is it really a surprise? Like, if somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm getting a drug test today. Well, you should have looked at the calendar, because it is National Surprise Drug Test Day. Kind of ruin it's like putting on the calendar, if you're going to have a surprise party for your spouse, Be like, oh, it was on the calendar. It's National Tea Day. I don't know if that's iced tea or hot tea. I myself am a tea drinker. I drink hot tea year-round. I drink iced tea year-round. So, I like tea. National Tea Day. If you like tea, then that's great. I didn't look any of these up because I just kind of threw these together at the end. It's National Yellow Bat Day. I don't even know what that means. They're talking about the fluttering bats that are blind. Are there yellow bats? Are they talking about yellow bats for baseball? I don't know. Chris, moderator Chris, look that up for us. Find a link about Yellow Bat Day. Let us know what exactly it is. And finally, it is World Creativity and Innovation Day. So, I know it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time, after 7 p.m. Not much time left in the day, but you can still be creative today and innovative And it doesn't just have to be today, it could be tomorrow. But creativity and innovation, well, that's what built this country. This whole world, as a matter of fact, is people's creativity. I had a saying years ago. People say that, wait, now I have to think about it. Necessity is the mother of invention. Have you heard that? It's an old saying. Necessity is the mother of invention. I have often said that laziness is the mother of invention. I think a lot of the things we have are not so much because we're lazy, but we try to make things more convenient. The automatic washing machine, the microwave, so many things, even the automobile. Is it necessity or is it laziness? Like, I don't feel like walking over here. I don't feel like hitching up the horses. I want to hop in a vehicle and turn the key. So, or I don't feel like scrubbing my clothes on a rock. I want to use this machine. Is it necessity is the mother of invention or laziness is the mother of invention? I don't know. And then tomorrow is Earth Day. So while you're out tomorrow being creative and innovative, pick up some trash or do something for the earth tomorrow. Do something nice for the earth tomorrow, okay? Right. Let's look back at the comments and see if you have any questions. Hello, Phil. And there's Margaret and Joe and Buddy. Good to see you, buddy. And Frank. Hunter hates Star Wars. Come on. Well, and your birthday is on Star Wars Day. How about that? I saw the original Star Wars movie in our local movie theater when was that? 1977? 77 or 79? I saw it in our local movie theater. And then a couple years later, the last film I saw in that theater was The Elephant Man, which I believe was 1981. Saw The Elephant Man, and then within the year, that movie theater had been torn down to build an addition on the bank. Progress. But it was neat growing up with a movie theater in town. A lot of towns like that. There are a lot of towns like that. That's what I was trying to say. Hello there, John from Minnesota. 63 and sunny. Congratulations, because I think John was just pushing some snow last week too. So has spring made its way to Minnesota? I hope it has. If it has, congratulations to you, John. Yeah, speaking of firewood, Bob's mentioning that he went through one more tote than he thought he would. Wood stove was done and cleaned out until the fall. Wow, you're ahead of the game there. I have not cleaned mine out yet. It still has ash from the last fire. I did buy a brush. I bought two. So I can brush out the chimney myself. And the only way I can do this is from the top. So while I'm young enough and healthy enough, I'll go up and do that. In the future, we'll have to hire somebody. Now, I did hire the installer of the chimney liner this year because I wanted to see how he did it. Well, he had this really flexible rod, and he went in from inside the flue and up the chimney. I bought some of those screw-together fiberglass rods and a wire brush, and I could not. It's a 90-degree bend. I could not get that thing to bend properly. So I went up on the roof, took the chimney cap off, and then I took the wire brush, which is a 6-inch round wire brush for the chimney liner, which is a flexible stainless steel chimney liner, and I stuck it in the chimney liner. I got it down about a foot, and it would not budge. And again, it's a steel brush. And then I couldn't get it out because the bristles, as they go down the chimney, they bend, and then they essentially are locking in place. So when you pull it out, you have to flip the bristles the other way. I was afraid to go any further than that, so I pulled that out, and I ordered a nylon brush, 6-inch nylon brush, which I think is going to work pretty well. I read some reviews on it, and people said they had to even trim the nylon bristles, which I thought that's not so bad. You just get some snips and just give that brush a haircut if you have to. So I'm going to use the nylon brush, which is probably good for a chimney liner. And I got the extension rods, and I'll just shove those down, and that should work out, I think, pretty. So, but will I do it now, or will I wait until fall? I should do it now, but it'll probably be like October, and I'll be like, hey, we're gonna have to light the wood stove soon. I should do that. I should do it now. That way, if I have any problems, it can be fixed before next fall, next winter. Well, that's what I think. So, and my chimney cap had creosote all over it, so it was glued in place. It was really a mess. So I came up with this myself. I took the propane torch, actually MAP gas, and I heated it up all the way around, and it basically melted the creosote. I was able to get the cap off, and then it had thick creosote all over the cap. So on the ground, I took that MAP gas and I heated up, and it just burned off the creosote. It actually, remember if you had fireworks, but as a kid, we'd get, they called them snakes, and there was these little black cylinders, like a little bigger than a pencil eraser, and you'd put that down and you would light it, and then it would sizzle up, and it would just grow into this ash basically, and it was like a snake. So the creosote, maybe that's what that stuff was. The creosote, when I took the torch, it would bubble up like that, and then it would just flake away. It would just dry out and flake away. Probably highly toxic. Those things probably were too for us kids. I guess they still make them, but it's funny that I remember playing with matches and fireworks as a kid a lot more than I should have. I may have told you the story about the time my friend Ben and I almost burned down our garage because we were playing with matches. Like, I don't know, 12 years old, I think. All right. Hey, Phil, thanks for the reminder. You ordered your wildflower seed from American Meadows last night. Can't wait to get them out in the field. I got mine in just this week. Hoping to be tilling this weekend and getting them in the ground because it's getting a little bit late, but it's been cold, so I'm happy to be doing that. And I do have a coupon code to share with you, but I have to find it. What I can tell you is, actually, let me look this up real quick, and that way, here you go. Let's do this. Let's do this right here. I'm going to share a link for you. First of all, this is the link to American Meadows. And if you want to order wildflower seed from them, if you use this link, they will know that I sent you. I'm not getting any commission or anything. They did send me some wildflower seeds because I demonstrate them on the channel, and several of you bought wildflower seed from them last year, which I think is great. It's a reciprocal benefit to everybody to see them being planted and grown, and then you're supporting this small business, which is pretty cool. So I shared that link, but use that link, and there's also a discount code, and I'm going to paste this too. Well, basically, here's the discount code. Let me share this with you. When you place your order, use code GARAGE25, and you will get 10% off your order of $50 or more. Let me just correct that. Okay, so if you use that code for American Meadows, use that link for American Meadows, and then also at checkout, use the code GARAGE25 to get 10% off your order of $50 or more. Great company. Never had an issue with the seeds. I usually order the Cosmos and zinnias. They're called Cut and Come Again, Cosmos and zinnia seed. They literally grow like weeds. We water them at first just to germinate them, and then a lot of times nature just takes over. We had to water them toward the end of the season because everything gets a little bit tired, but my goodness, they grow really nice. And I also ordered a Northeast wildflower mix that we're going to plant on the hillside this year. We'll see how that comes up. So, thanks for that reminder, Phil. I see that Linda from Mimi's posted about honey that it's not available. So I was doing all this promotion for Mimi's honey, and what did you, gosh, what did you say? It was not available till July or June 1st. I forget. Should have brought some water up with me, unfortunately. All right. Anyway, I'm looking for that. Wade is tilling as we speak. You're watching the live stream and running your tiller. That's pretty impressive. I'm thinking about sharpening my tiller tines. I've never done that, but I think it might help a little bit. Right. Anyway, Linda, repost that message about the honey so people know not to be bothering you until whenever you said, whenever that was. It's really difficult to find things when you're scrolling by. Really kind of difficult. You know why? Because a lot of comments and things go by quickly. Frank likes tea. Frank likes tea. There we go. Nope, it's not. There we go. No honey until July 1st. So, all the collections happening now. And there's a big word. All right. I'm not even going to try and say it. 45 letters, the biggest word. Maybe we'll use that as our sticker giveaway. That word. Enter that word. Hello, Ed from Time After Time. Good to see you. Ross is here. Kent has a question if anybody has any experience or opinions about the cheap Chinese excavators. There is a lot. I know there's a lot of videos about those online. So I don't know. I'll be completely transparent with you and let you know that I have reached out to one of those companies and have offered to take one and demonstrate it here on the channel, like what we're doing for Bamalite. And they are interested. They said they're interested, but nothing's come up yet. Anyway, I would like to get one here on the property. Actually, we're putting a small addition on the back of the house, and one of the guys brought his tiny imported mini excavator with a gas engine on it, and he had to dig the next to the foundation. Had to be a little bit wider, so he came out and dug, and it worked. I mean, it worked pretty well. I think I've said this, I think, on a video before, but I kind of think that I bet you one of those would work just as well as if I had a backhoe attachment on the B2601, because the backhoe for the B2601 is pretty small. Or if you think about a BX with a backhoe, they're pretty limited. I mean, they're great because they can dig things you can't dig without one. As somebody said in a video recently, better than a shovel. But I wonder if the little gas engine imported excavators will do as good of a job as the backhoe attachment on the tractor. If so, I think that will be a good move, because the backhoe attachment is $8,000 to $10,000, even on a small tractor like mine. You can buy one of those mini excavators for under $5,000, and then you have a standalone machine. You're not putting the backhoe on your tractor. So I don't know. I'd be curious how they compare. Anyway, hopefully somebody here has one and can answer your question there. Excuse me. I'm sure the tractor backhoe would be more heavy duty. But again, depending on your tractor, again, if it's a BX or even the B series or similar in another brand, how much are you really going to get out of it? I don't know. I just don't know. So, Hunter, did you put the sticker on your 4600? Is that what you did? I hope so. One of your stickers. I think I sent you a few. Oh, okay. So Kent bought one over the weekend. Going to see how a $5,000 excavator works. Very nice. Well, let us know, Kent. Let us know. Ed says the backhoe on the tractor offers the added support and strength of the rails going from the front to the back. So yeah, it's a significant attachment for your tractor. You're adding not just the backhoe. Now you do have like a 3-point backhoe, which I know that Lucas demonstrated one of those on his channel recently, and I think they're okay. He was pretty impressed with it. But generally, if you get a backhoe from the factory for your tractor, it's going to not just be a backhoe, it's going to be an entire subframe assembly, and that's going to run along the bottom rails of your tractor, and again, make it pretty significant, pretty heavy duty. So, right, okay. Gosh. Venisto Key looked at them, but bought a John Deere to rent. Yep. That's always the argument, is that you can, for the cost of a piece of equipment, even if it's a quote unquote cheap mini excavator for $4,500 or $5,000, you think about how many rentals would that be? It'd be quite a few, probably. If you paid $500 for the day or for the weekend for a real mini excavator, you could rent that 10 times, which is a lot. But myself, like a lot of people, I think, just like to have the equipment on hand, because I like the idea of not only being a little bit spontaneous, like thinking, you know what, today I think I'll dig that trench. Where if you're going to rent a piece of equipment, you have to plan out, okay, Saturday I'm going to dig the trench. And then what if it takes longer than you think? Or what if you change your mind and come up with a new idea and you have to return the machine by the end of the day or by the next day, or extend the rental and pay more? I like having the equipment so that I can just do things at my own pace. That's maybe a selfish way to look at it, but but if you can do it, that's what I like. Okay. Yeah, good point, Ross. Ross, you have a backhoe on your BX. The backhoe lacks rotational distance from the hole. That's what's cool about a Mini X, is you can scoop it, and then you can take that bucket and swing it around and drop it a lot further away from the hole, where if back on a tractor, you're just on each side of the hole, basically. So, again, depending on the size tractor and backhoe. But good point, Ross. So, okay. What else is going on here? Dave is posting that big word. We can't hear you saying it, Dave, so I don't know if you know how to pronounce it or not. Just because you put spaces in there doesn't mean you know how to pronounce it. But Numo, no, that sounds like a Native American language to me. not gonna attempt it. Not at all. So, but that does remind me that I did say that we were going to do this sticker giveaway, and I have to put this page up in the background here. So bear with me there. All right. Okay, so here's what we will do. I'm going to get this ready. I just don't want to close the window by mistake, because that would be disastrous, right? For sure. Was supposed to set this up ahead of time. Anyway, okay. Yeah, Linda said that word is a lung disease. I thought it might be because of it starts with PNU, like pneumonia. What's the TV commercial for, like pneumo? I can't even say it now. But there's a lung disease. Anyway, hope I never have to say that word. Okay, just looking for comments here. Just looking for comments. So, all right, let's do this. Let's get on this. Let's get on this giveaway. Have not done this before? What we're doing here is a sticker giveaway. You'll be entering for this sticker and this sticker. If you have won these stickers in the past, we usually ask you not to enter, to give other people an opportunity to win. So, this sticker and this sticker, if you won this one but not this one, then go ahead and enter. If you won this one but not this one, then enter, because this is for both. If you won both, then maybe not enter. Maybe not do it. Right? So, let me put the word on the screen. Here's what you have to do. For the live stream watchers on YouTube and Facebook, this is only during the live stream itself, enter this word, hashtag MiniX. That's what that says, since we were just talking about mini excavators. MiniX, hashtag MiniX. And then we'll draw. John, thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Very generous, very nice. Really appreciate that. Okay, yep. Tap that Sugar Shack says, this is my day. Let's hope so. Hashtag MiniX. By the way, you can see how Chev Head Ed did this in all uppercase. It can be uppercase, it can be lowercase, it doesn't matter. Make sure you use the hashtag. Don't put any spaces. That way you can get it. Like Dave, like Phil, like the rural world. And Hunter, if you want to win it, retype it with the hashtag in front of it. You got to put hashtag MiniX. Can you do that? All right. Look at Wade being all fancy with a combination of uppercase and lowercase. But it'll work. It should work either way. Tony G is in the house. Tony, did you get your Woodmax stump grinder? I talked to somebody else recently who ordered one of those, and the price has gone up like $50 a week over the past 3 weeks, I think, for those things. They were selling them really a good price, like $13.99. Now they're like $14.50 or something like that, which is still pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Okay. Thank you. Who's your handyman? Hit that like button. All right. We're going to draw. We're going to see who wins. Right? Tonight's sticker giveaway winner is the one and only Mikey0011. Congratulations, Mikey. You are the sticker winner for this evening. Congratulations, Mikey. You know the drill. You need to send me an email so I can mail these to you. So send me an email at contactmcgtv@gmail.com with your name and postal mailing address, and you will get these stickers. Congratulations to you. Bam. All right. What final comments do we have to look at this evening? So, Chris, what's up with that donation? That's awful nice, too. He didn't like John's 1999, so he did an even 20. That's really kind. You guys are making me blush, but I appreciate your support. It really means a lot. And of course, John had to add another 99. So this would be like an auction here, right? Anyway, I feel funny about the donations, although they're much appreciated. All right, so Who's Your Handyman has a question. We'll go through some questions here. Question for me, maybe for anybody else, is what size tiller you have. Mine is a Land Pride that I bought with the tractor. It is a 60-inch, and it is the oh my gosh, I can't remember the model now, but mine is the forward rotation tiller, and I had this debate in my mind and just thinking forward rotation or reverse rotation. You know, I always thought reverse makes sense because it's going against the tractor, but the dealer told me forward was better for the tractor, and it bounces over rocks and things like that. You just have to maybe take another couple passes than you would with a rear rotation. So I have the forward rotation rototiller, and I'm going to see if I can get that model right now. Yeah, it's the RGA 1255, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's the RGA 1255. Now, there's in the world of Land Pride, there's the RTR, RTA. One of them is gear drive, and the other is chain drive. So those are the differences. Like the RGR is rototiller, gear drive, reverse rotation, something like that. RTR is the rototiller with a chain. I don't know what it is, but anyway, the RG series is the gear. And I've read that chains hold up perfectly fine, and there's nothing to be afraid of with a chain drive either. So, but mine is the RGR 1255, so it's 55-inch rototiller, and I love it. I love it. I, only use it in the spring, but I use it quite a bit. So I don't think you'll regret any tiller that you get, honestly, for your tractor. I really don't. I have to say the quality of the Land Pride, though, is very impressive. It's thick metal, it's strong. I think this one actually was made in the States, so it's good quality stuff. So I wouldn't steer you away from that. Wade, 85-inch. That's because you got that big old TYM tractor. That's why. That's a big tiller. Really nice. And Dave's asking about that stump grinder. I guess you mean I've got two. I've got the Woodland Mills 24 WG24, and I've got the new Bamalite 1P14, which is a small stump grinder. Got a few more stumps to grind. Maybe it's on the back of the tractor now, so I got a couple stumps. I'm thinking about grinding those before I put the tiller on, because even though attachments are not impossible to change, I still kind of hate changing them out. So it's like once something's on the tractor, I like to leave it on as long as I can. But anyway, both the stump grinders are fantastic. But the Bamalite smaller one is on the tractor now, and I just almost literally tripped over a stump today going to the mailbox and thought, I'm going to get rid of you, stump. You're going to be gone. So Bob has a question about the barn lights. I put those lights up just before the holidays, the Christmas holidays. They are permanently attached year round. They're made to be outdoors. They're Govee lights, and you know, it hasn't been a year yet, maybe 6 months or so, and I do like them um, a lot. And I like that you can use the app and you can change the colors, you can change the pattern. It's pretty neat. And what he's referring to is I lit up the barn. We had it, well, at Christmas time we had it in red and green and white, uh, and then after we lost Lizzie, I just put all the lights blue. They've been blue since Christmas until just recently. So for Easter we changed them, and I reprogrammed them to Easter colors, pastels. You can see they're blinking a little bit there, so you can change quite a bit about it. And you know, for like 4th of July, or I guess it was around election time, I did red, white, and blue, and we'll do that again for 4th of July or Flag Day, things like that. So it's kind of neat, and I need to come up with something right now since Easter's over and change those to more like a just spring colors, maybe green, something like that. But I have them programmed through the app where they come on every evening at sunset, and then they turn off at like 11 p.m. or midnight. So they're not on all night, but I do have them on every night. They're all LEDs. I don't think they draw much. And hopefully, you know, with the solar panels, once we get that all activated and set up, hopefully it'll be kind of net zero with the electric usage. Anyway, that's the plan there. So, all right. I'm looking for another question. Okay. So Dave's asking me, what about the blinder lights I installed on the inside of the garage? I like how bright they are, and yeah, I still have not wired them up permanently. I have them running with an extension cord, but they are great. If you look at that video, which was just, I think, the last full length video that I made, they're the JC LGL lights. They're the LED UFO lights, but that company has a lot of different lighting options, and they even have they will design a layout for you. So if you have a building and you tell them it's 30 by 40, if it's open bays, whatever, you tell them what it is, and they will design. They will tell you how many lights you need, where to place them, and that's a free service that they offer. So if you look at my video about the lights, which are 32,000 lumens each, in that description or in the first comment of that video, there's a link to that company. And if you click that link, that again tells them that I sent you. And I think they even do provide a percentage. Like when you use one of my Amazon links, I get a percentage of that, a commission rate for that. So if you would use the link in that video to go to that website, if you're going to look at any lights or purchase any lights. And again, it helps the channel. It helps me out, helps me survive, and I do appreciate it. So, Chris, what about the Bighorn? Yeah, so you've seen it probably on Facebook. We've got the Bighorn 450 Timberland here, and I've got a video. I'm working on some content for that, and that's a Bighorn UTV. So it's smaller than my mule. It's smaller it's about as wide as the mule, a little bit more narrow than the mule, but very similar in size, but smaller engine cc. I think the mule is 700 cc. This is 450, so it's quite a bit smaller and not as much horsepower as the mule, and I could feel that in it, but you know, it's appropriate for what it is. I'm going to make a review video about the Bighorn, and I'll be posting pictures and things like that with it. Again, like the Bombalite, I've been using it a lot to get it broken in, to get a good feel for it. And I'll tell you, a little spoiler alert. Some of the features they put on these things are really like amazing. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got this touch screen on the console with Apple CarPlay. Um, I was driving it the other day, and I heard this voice, and it was Apple CarPlay speaking because Ann or somebody had texted me, and I heard it coming through the speakers. So it's got like these 5 speakers, Apple CarPlay. Uh, it has so many options that the more name brand machines don't have. Like the Mule does not have a horn. This has a horn. It has turn signals. It has a backup a reverse light. There's no light on the Mule. It has a backup camera. You put the thing in reverse, and on that Apple CarPlay screen, you got a backup camera. And I keep forgetting it's there, but as I get used to it, I'm going to use it a lot. It has side mirrors. Those are options on the other one. So they come with has a winch. They come with a lot of things. A lot of things. So I'll be talking about that very soon. Very soon. All right. Hunter's asking about Kim. I'm not sure if that's a channel, if you're talking about your friend Kim that I met on the video call that we had. Not sure. If you're talking about Kim that I met, yes, I like her. She was very nice. If you're talking about a YouTube channel, I'm not sure about that. I don't know what that is. Dave's asking for a link. Is that for the lights? Because the light, like I said, the link is on the page. Maybe our moderator Chris can go to that video and pull that link and post it here for the lights, if that's what you're looking for. What are you talking about, Logger John? What color are red tractors? Is this an inside joke? What's going on? Did I miss something? I think I did. I think I may have. The dimmer for those lights, I don't know. I don't know how that works. In the video, I said they're dimmable, but they have a separate wire. It's 2 wires that come out that are very thin gauge. They're for the dimmer. I don't know how that works. I haven't looked it up because I don't plan to use it. I'm going to have them on full bright. Folks have said, though, the dimmers are very nice. I don't know how that works. I guess you run a separate wire to some kind of resistor or potentiometer, maybe. That's a big word for the day. Potentiometer. Anyway, I don't know about that. But those lights they're bright. Very good. All right. Yeah, the Timberland 450 Bighorn also has power steering, which is new for this year. They just came out with this machine. The 450 in the past did not have power steering. This one has power steering, which is a major upgrade for them. Which I often said I would not want a side-by-side without power steering. Although I think this one wasn't bad before. But it's just better to have power steering. You don't get the kickback if you hit something. David found it. Good. Oh, thank you for sharing that, David. I appreciate it. And Chris did too. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, I do have a guest lined up for May. We're working on that. So get ready for a little side-by-side entertainment with me speaking with a guest. I'll be filling in on that as we nail that down. Otherwise, it's Monday. It's the start of the week. Spring feels like it finally is setting in for most of us, not for Ministo Key, but it's setting in, and the grass is growing, and it's a great time of year. I just love it when things start greening up, and soon enough we'll be tilling and get the flowers going and all that. So anyway, please enjoy your week. I hope you do. I hope that that any peace and joy you felt from Easter or Passover continues on, because we need peace and joy in the world, and that's what we're here for, is just to be here for one another and shut out all the noise on the outside and know that we share common interests here with the rural lifestyle, with compact tractors, with life in the country. You know, many different personalities, but we share those things in common. And I think those are things we need to focus on. So have a peace-filled and a joyful week. And thanks for being here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time.